Hey loves, you are already with your specific person, and it's only your refusal to believe it as to why you don't see them in your external reality right now. And I have a really good idea today that's going to allow you to remain in the wish fulfilled state, and it may actually open up or bring to mind a question or thought process as to why you're not seeing your specific person in your reality or show up exactly as you want. And this mind blowing idea is going to be right now, if you were to look at your thoughts, would you say your inner speech matches what you would audibly say had you already achieved your goal? So take a moment right now and look at what you're talking to yourself or how you're talking to yourself internally. Does this match exactly what you would say had you already been with your specific person? Are all of these thoughts acting and reacting as if you already have what you want? Or would you say they're kind of still in the process or still hoping to receive exactly what you want, your specific person, in your external reality? And this idea sounds very simple, but it can give you huge insight as to what we're actually feeling and assuming internally, and see if it actually compares to what we're seeing outside of us. Because I can't tell you how many times I get asked the question, well, why am I not seeing my specific person in my external reality? Or if you are seeing them, how come they're not showing up in the exact way that I want? And again, the first thing I would do is take a look at your internal speech. And you may be surprised to find out that it doesn't necessarily assume or act as if you already have exactly what you want. Because as you've heard me say on this channel multiple different times, there's going to be this kind of process within you where your beliefs give rise to your thoughts, and then your thoughts give rise to your actions. And this idea is a really, really good way to work on your thoughts because it is going to give you insight as to why am I acting in a way that doesn't align with what I want, and then how can I impact or begin to change those beliefs. I'll make another video on how to actually act on those actions to then change your beliefs, but this video is very good at showcasing, or this idea, if you will, is really good at showcasing, okay, how can I change my thoughts to then align with my state, to then begin acting as if I already have it? Because since you're having millions, hundreds of thousands of thoughts every single day, those are going to be very impactful for what you're feeling. And again, we don't want to be working on every single thought or worry about every single thought that we're having, because that would be absolutely ridiculous. And I also want to give you a side note that, remember, thoughts are not what is manifesting. It is the assumptions that we already have it. But our thoughts, again, can show us, okay, am I actually thinking I'm already with my specific person? And if you are seeing that you're not, it's going to kind of reduce that frustration or resentment towards the feelings of, I've been trying to manifest for so long, but I'm not getting the results outside of me that I actually desire. And once we're able to find out, okay, actually, my thoughts during the day are acting as someone who really, really desires a relationship, but not as someone who already has it. Once we're going to figure that out, we can then make the quick process to change those beliefs, change our actions, change our assumptions, and then see the results that we've been desiring this whole time. Because if your internal state is not matching with the outcome that you desire, how could you ever expect your external reality to match this as well? Because that truly is the law of assumption. We assume something internally, and then we're going to see that same idea, thought, visualization manifest outside of us. And our internal state is more important than anything else. So whenever we go throughout our daily processes or our daily routines, as we begin to assume the state, we're going to notice that we sometimes act in our external reality a little bit more than we would like. And that is actually what's beginning to influence your thoughts and your assumptions into acting as if you don't have it, when you truly have all of your manifestations alive within you right now. And that is something that you've heard me say a billion different times in all my videos. And as you begin to become very conscious of these thoughts inside of you and asking, okay, is this actually aligning me with my end state? You're going to realize that it is very small things that you're doing throughout the day that are actually adding up or snowballing into massive assumptions that are implying that we don't have exactly what we want. And an example of this would be, let's say that you saw a couple on the side of the street holding hands, and your instant thought was, well, there's a couple different things we could have. One thought could be, dang it, why can't I have a relationship like that? Or another thought could be, I so badly want a relationship like that. And if you take a moment, again, if you're going throughout the day thinking, does my internal thoughts match the state that I desire, you're going to notice that thought is nowhere near exactly the wish fulfilled state that we are striving for. Because how could you wish and say, I wish I had a relationship like that, or that's so dumb they have the relationship I want, if you felt as though you already have it? And that's the internal speech that actually begins to work against us and begins creating those assumptions that aren't in alignment with our end state. And as mentioned before, as we begin to become sensitive to these thoughts and ideas, we can stop them in their tracks before they begin a very large snowball of anti-assumptions. And I don't know if anti-assumptions is a word, but I would say that's an assumption that goes against exactly what you want. Because thoughts like that, and I've seen it many times in coaching sessions, it's a really small fix, but thoughts like that we have throughout the day, when we're seeing people with what we desire and we feel like we don't have it, it balls up, it creates inner resentment, and then we end up blowing up with this crazy emotion, feeling hate, sadness, resentfulness, all of these negative emotions, feeling more and more that we don't have what we want, even though we're doing our affirmations, we're doing our journaling prompts, and we're doing our visualizations. Because it is very good to get into that state during those times. Obviously, if you're affirming, I am a loved individual, I am always in the perfect relationship, you're going to feel very good. But if we are leaving that meditative act and instantly assuming or resuming back to the inner speech that doesn't match our end state, it is not going to help us, and it's almost going to make the entire affirmative process pointless. Because it is not with those small times, like 15 minutes, that are going to make the huge difference. It is the natural process or habitual process of living and feeling from the end that brings us exactly what we want. Because like I mentioned in a couple videos ago, as you ball up that feeling and put it in your pocket of the wish fulfilled and you carry it with you, it is going to be automatic. It's not going to be something that you logically think about. In the same way that if you saw that couple walking down the street and you really felt single and sad about it, you're going to say, that's so stupid that they have the relationship I want. That thought is going to come automatically because your beliefs give rise to your thoughts, and your thoughts give rise to your actions. But it becomes automatic when that idea is ingrained within us. So we need to be on the lookout and really begin to try and match our inner speech to what we would verbally say had we already achieved exactly what we want. So in the instance of the couple walking by, you might be like, that's so awesome that they found an amazing relationship in the same way I did. Or if you look at them and say, it's so amazing to see all this love around me. Those would be two very good examples of you thinking and feeling and verbalizing from the end. But no matter what, remember, it is always going to be our assumptions that give rise to our external reality. So thoughts don't manifest. They're just going to help us get into the assumptions or beliefs that we already have what we want. So I really, really want you guys to try this out and then let me know how it goes for the next 24 hours, for the next week, whatever amount of time feels comfortable for you. Look at your internal thoughts and ask yourself, are they aligning with the state of the wish fulfilled? Am I thinking and feeling as if I already have what I want? And if you're not, then just make those small adjustments and you're going to see much more results, and you're going to feel much better. And if you did have any questions on this, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Remember, you can also reach out to me on my website to send me a personal question at kyleaugustcoaching.com. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video, and then don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.